just been typing some of my diary for today. I'm trying to sort of keep it to actual events instead of a kind of endless consideration of their meaning and my own kind of internal response to them, which is really difficult to do, which is kind of interesting. If one kind of reference point for recording motorcycle trips is the YouTube series of, that we see a lot, then they seem to be lacking almost completely in introspection. And their kind of, their sort of emotional tone is very shallow. And that's one reason why I like Ted Simon's books so much. Because there's certainly plenty of action, for sure. Plenty of kind of what's happening in the real world around him in spadefuls, thinking particularly of his first book and the one after. But he enriches it by bringing the kind of inner life to bear on the events. For example, his teachers, he remembers one of his teachers telling him he needs to be more confident. He also reflects on what it is to be Jewish. And these kind of issues which make his book kind of completely fascinating, engrossing and intelligent. I know you shouldn't compare things, things are just what they are. And even the most kind of shallow motorcycle diaries are enjoyable, otherwise I wouldn't watch them. But they do completely avoid anything about the inner life. It's basically, guys, either talking about technical preparedness, which is fine in my book, or just a series of them saying how fantastic things are, or wow, look at these locals, they know the good life, which is a kind of message you hear a lot. You don't hear much about sort of corruption or any of these kind of things. Anyway, a long preamble. Here we are in Dale Farm Campsite in, is it Yorkshire or Derbyshire? I really don't know. I think it's Yorkshire. In the Dales, which is beautiful. And actually, today, from about lunchtime, the sun has come out properly for the first time on this trip, and it really makes a difference. Things light up. Your mood lights up too. So it's been fun on the road. I've been following the Ride Bikers Britain routes and kind of painstakingly putting them into my route app and then copying them onto the Garmin. And it's really nice here. We're under the shade of these lovely old ash trees with beautiful leaves, and they make lovely shade. But these pictures are so positioned that the evening sun sneaks under the shade, and it's beautiful. So the first night I was here, it was cold and drizzling, and I got to bed early. The second night was a little bit better, but actually by 7 o'clock, by 6 actually it was already cold. But today's, as you can see, it's much sunnier. The temperature's 5 or 6 degrees hotter, so it makes the whole thing much more pleasant and relaxing. And it's a huge difference, actually. It's not surprising, but I'm always surprised by it. Got the new tent over there, which is about a kilogram, maybe 1.5 kilograms lighter than the last one, and it packs down much smaller. So all in all, it's brilliant for travelling. If I'm wanting to lose weight on these journeys, it's absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's smaller, is that little bit more cramped, and the vestibule at the front is okay. You can put boots in it and helmet, but it's so kind of sloping that it's actually, if you want to zip it up, you've almost got to crawl onto the floor to reach it because it's so slopey. But it's great, and it seems good tent. Maybe next time I go on one of these trips I might have a new bike. I must say this, trying to move it around here has brought home to me how much I think much easier it would be to have a bike that you can just push around more easily.